The stars shone brightly over the peaceful planet of Zethera. Its cities floated above vast oceans, shimmering under the twin suns. The Zetherians, tall and luminous beings, were proud of their technology and strength. For centuries, they had ruled the galaxy with ease, and they believed no creature could ever challenge them. But far away, in the dark void of space, a small human ship drifted silently. Inside, a young human named Liam sat, staring at the holographic map. Unlike the Zetherians, humans were weak and fragile, at least in their eyes. Liam knew this. He had trained for years, preparing for a mission most would call impossible. And today, he would prove them wrong. The peaceful sky of Zethera broke with sudden chaos. Alarms blared through the floating cities as massive Zetherian warships appeared from nowhere. They were sleek, glowing, and terrifying, their weapons capable of destroying entire planets. But these ships did not target humans, at least, not yet. Instead, their eyes were fixed on a smaller, fragile planet nearby Earth. "Prepare the fleet," roared General Zorath, the most feared Zetherian commander. His multi-eyed face twisted with anger. The humans must be punished for their audacity. They think they can survive in our galaxy. Meanwhile, Liam watched from his ship, his heart racing. He was just one human, but he carried a weapon far more dangerous than any Zetherian gun. It was not a bomb or laser. It was his mind. The humans on Earth had been underestimated for centuries. Weak, fragile, and defenseless, they seemed harmless. But Liam knew that the strength of humans was not in their muscles or armor. It was in their courage, intelligence, and unpredictability. As Zetherian ships descended, Liam's small ship appeared on their sensors. The aliens laughed. "A single human? How amusing," one of the commanders said. But their laughter soon turned to confusion. Liam's ship moved in ways they could not predict. It dodged massive laser beams, vanished into the clouds, and appeared behind their flagship. The unexpected war had begun. Zorath bellowed orders, but Liam stayed calm. He did not have the firepower of the Zetherians, but he had strategy. He lured their ships into a narrow asteroid belt where the massive Zetherian warships struggled to maneuver. One by one, they collided with asteroids or each other. The Zetherians had never faced such tactics before. Back on Zethera, the alien council watched in disbelief. "How can one human cause such destruction?" whispered Elder Thrin, a wise but cautious Zetherian. "We underestimated them." Gravely, Liam's mind raced. He had to act quickly before reinforcements arrived. With careful precision, he disabled the enemy communications, cutting off their coordination. For a moment, silence filled the battlefield, broken only by the distant hum of his ship engines. Zorth's anger grew. He could not understand how a single human dared to challenge their might. "Capture him," he roared. "Do not let him escape." But Liam was already gone. He slipped through the defense grids, moving closer to the heart of Zetherian territory, their command city. His goal was simple but dangerous: to reach the Zetherian High Council and show them that humans were not just fragile creatures. They were clever, brave, and unpredictable. As Liam approached, Zetherian fighters blocked his path. The sky erupted in battle. Lasers cut through clouds, ships spun and collided, and the galaxy trembled with the noise of war. Yet, Liam remained focused. Each maneuver, each escape, each daring move seemed impossible, but he made it happen. Finally, he reached the gates of the Council City. The massive doors, designed to resist any attack, stood before him. Liam paused, knowing what came next would decide the fate of humanity. He activated his ship's stealth mode, slipping through the defenses unnoticed. Inside the council chamber, the Zetherian elders looked down at their screens. Their eyes widened as they saw a human standing among their machines. Liam raised his head, meeting their gaze without fear. "I am human," he said simply. "And I am here to show you that we are not weak. We are more than you believe. Judge us if you must, but do not underestimate us." For the first time, silence filled the chamber. The elders exchanged uneasy glances. No human had ever dared speak to them like this. And in that moment, Liam realized that the battle was not just in the sky, was in the hearts and minds of the Zetherians, outside. The unexpected war raged on, but inside the council chamber, a different kind of tension filled the air. One human had stood against an entire empire. The galaxy would never be the same as the sun set over Zithera. The camera pulled back to show Liam standing alone, facing beings far stronger than him. The stage was set. The real test had only just begun. Liam stood in the heart of the Zetherian council chamber. The elders, massive and glowing, towered over him, their multi-eyed faces unreadable. Silence stretched for what felt like hours. He had survived the battle, outsmarted their fleet, and reached their inner sanctum, but the real challenge was only beginning. The doors opened with a deep hum, and a figure entered the room, taller than any elder, cloaked in silver light, with eyes that seemed to pierce into Liam's soul. This was Judge Viren, the most feared being in the galaxy. Every Zetherian whispered stories of his fairness and his merciless punishments. No one had ever been spared by him. "Human," Viren said, his voice like thunder wrapped in ice. "You have entered our sacred chamber without permission. You have challenged our fleet. You have defied our empire. Why should I not destroy you now?" Liam stood tall, despite the fear curling in his chest. "Because I am human, and humans are more than you believe. We survive when others fail. We think when others act blindly. We care even when it is dangerous. Judge me by my actions, not by what you think of my species." Viren's eyes narrowed. Words are meaningless. Actions define worth. You will face the trial of worth. Succeed, and perhaps you will live. Fail, and your kind will pay the price for their audacity. A massive platform rose beneath Liam's feet, transporting him to a circular arena suspended in the sky above the council city. Below, Zetherian ships watched, their lasers trained on the platform. The trial of worth had begun. The first test was physical. Massive robotic constructs attacked from all sides, each designed to crush, pierce, or burn. Liam dodged and rolled, narrowly avoiding the weapons. He used his small size and quick thinking to trick the constructs, leading them into traps they themselves had created. The elders watched, murmuring among themselves. A human, cunning and fast. "Impossible," one said. Next came the mental test. A holographic labyrinth appeared around him, constantly shifting, walls rising and falling. He had to find a sequence of symbols to deactivate the traps and reach the center. Liam's heart raced, but he stayed calm. He analyzed patterns, recalled his training, and moved with precision. Each correct choice caused the labyrinth to open further, revealing a path forward. Finally, the last test, a moral challenge. A group of young Zetherians, not soldiers, were placed in danger. Liam could save them, but in doing so, he would risk losing the advantage in the trial. Many would have chosen survival first. But Liam did the unexpected. He ran toward the Zetherian children, shielding them from harm, showing courage and selflessness. Judge Viren leaned forward. His many eyes glowed brighter than ever. "You, a human, chose others before yourself. Most of my species would never have done this." The chamber fell silent. The elders were shocked. They had never seen such bravery, such intelligence, such unpredictability in a human. Liam's actions contradicted everything they had believed. Viren's voice echoed through the arena. "You have passed the trial of worth, human. Not because you are strong or fast or clever, but because you are brave, selfless, and clever in ways we cannot predict. You have proven something my kind has long forgotten. Even the smallest creature can possess greatness. A wave of relief and awe washed over Liam. He had survived, but more than that, he had earned respect. The Zetherians, who had once laughed at humans, now looked upon them with something like fear, but also admiration. "You may go free," Viren continued, his tone softer now. "And know this, the galaxy is not yours to destroy. Human, but you have shown that humans are not to be ignored." As Liam walked out of the arena, the crowd of aliens watched in stunned silence. Some bowed, some whispered, some still struggled to believe. But one thing was clear. Humans were no longer just fragile creatures. They were a species to be reckoned with. Outside, Liam looked up at the stars, feeling the weight of what he had achieved. One human had stood against an empire and survived. One human had shown courage where others had failed. And maybe, just maybe, the galaxy would never underestimate humanity again. In the distance, Zetherian fleets returned to their cities, their leaders deep in thought. The tale of the human who had survived the trial of worth would spread across planets, changing opinions, shaping policies, and reminding everyone that courage, intelligence, and selflessness could defeat even the strongest enemy. And for Liam, the war had ended, but the story of humans had only just begun.